All right, here at No Reserve we have this sweet little all original paint 98 Dodge Ram. It's a quad cab, short bed. It's got the V10 automatic. It's SLT with all the power options and everything. It's only got 115,000 original miles, clear wash-in title, never been in accidents, 100% all original paint, a rust-free truck, no paint work, just in really nice shape. And there's not a single area where the clear coat is lifted. It doesn't have the famous Dodge crack issues. The famous issue with the cup holder being broken isn't there. It's got some nice third gen chrome 17-inch wheels, and the Goodyear tires got, you know, almost like new tread left. So there's really very little imperfections really to talk about on this truck. You know, the plastics on the outside are a little bit faded, but you probably could get some of that conditioner. But again, you can get these door handles and mirrors for dirt cheap. A lot of people like to upgrade to the third gen mirrors that fold out, which is an awesome addition. All the panel alignments on the hood, fenders and doors. I mean, all the doors, including the quad cabs, shut really nice. There's zero issues. I mean, you can see the paint condition between the bed and the cab. The pictures have it. I mean, it's just nice and smooth in there. Throughout the door jambs, it's nice and smooth. So, you know, we'll start off the very front here. You know, no dents in the bumper or nothing. No gnarls in the, you know, a lot of times this, you know, second gen Dodges, you know, this is pulling back, this is lifted, but all this stuff is still nice and tight. You'll see all the time people run screws in or zip ties. You won't find that anywhere on this. But you will find a couple little, you know, just age spots. I'm not sure what they'd be from, but a couple of areas in the plastic. Chrome still looks really nice Dodge emblem. There's a little chip in the chrome there, and then there's a little kind of that aging in the chrome. It's not chipped or nothing, but sometimes they get that little bubble look to them. The headlights don't have any condensation, but they have just a very slight aged look to them, where they're looking a little bit brown, but all the corner lights look nice, but you can see the contrast. And again, you can get these things for dirt cheap. Go down here. The hood does have a couple of areas where maybe it looks like, you know, probably if you go through the whole hood, maybe a dozen spots where it looks like maybe it sat near a tree and there's a couple of tree saps. So if you step back, you can't tell. If you wanted to get really crazy, you could probably wet sand it and polish them out. The roof also has that in a couple of spots. And seeing the pictures, you know, the roof paint is in nice shape. It's got a good shine to it, but it's just not quite as shiny as the rest of the truck. The rest of the truck's got really nice shine and gloss to it. So obviously you could get on the roof and shine it out, but like most people just don't, you know, they wash the roof, but they don't get up there and wax them. There's a little, you know, the factory black here, the clear on it has lifted up just a little bit on this half-inch area. You know, you'll get a couple little entry chips, you know, a little entry wear like that. But I mean, this paint is in amazing shape. You know, there's a little chip, and there's a little chip right there, just kind of entry stuff. There's a really soft dent right here, you can see. It doesn't have any paint damage, besides it did chip it right down here. So that will be there unless you get some paint work done, obviously. But you could probably pull a door panel off and push this out, or get a suction cup and pull that out. We have the paintless dent guy coming by at the end of the week, and so if he can pop that out, I'll have him do it. See, nice. You know, it's got the vent shades, tinted windows that look great. It's got the spray liner, bed liner in it. Front bulkhead isn't all smashed in. You know, there's a ding in the middle right below the back window, you can see. But the bed sides are in just super nice shape. I mean, you might have a couple tiny little scratches, but they're not into the primer. They're just on the surface area. A couple little marks like that. But, you know, back tail lights look really nice. Bumper's not all pushed into the body. You know, it's had mud flaps on it since new. There's a little scratch right there, and again, you know, it doesn't, my nail doesn't go into it. But you can see behind the gas door, never been messed with, no tape lines, no overspray. I mean, if they get painted in here, you'd see overspray blown all over. But the bed liners, looks like it's really never been used. It's a little dirty. There is some holes in the bed, but I could tell there's never been anything mounted there, so I'm not really what that would be for. Normally that would be for like a fifth wheel or something. It's got the chrome, you know, Nerf bar style, Smittybilt type steps, you know, aftermarket company. Looks like maybe it had some lights mounted on there at one point. And when they took them off, it's got a little bit of surface rust. So, you know, I'd probably just scuff this up down here and shoot it, you know, black, or, you know, just leave it. It's really no big deal. We'll take you to the back. Back bumper is nice and straight, but it does got a couple little dings down here and a couple little gnarls. So obviously they got into something a little bit, but it's cool to see it's still got this little cover. You know, a lot of times this is pulled away. You know, the white paint near the black trim is a little discolored, but tail lights look nice. Take you over to the passenger side. There's a little scratch running along there, but again, it's on top of the paint, so you could really probably get this stuff out of me. Hopefully you can see the whites is extremely hard to take pictures of, but you can see in the reflection as I move the camera around, the paint is really shiny. It's not like black where I can step in front of it and you can see the depth of it. But I mean, on both sides, I mean, there's just no rock chips on the bottom. It just looks killer. You can see how shiny that is. Same kind of area as the other side. You know, a little chip right there. You know, little entry, little scuff in the paint, little small guys. You can see, and then there's a little scratch right there, and that one is into the primer. And then a little scratch that follows there. So all right, take you inside. It's got the gray interior, which is just an amazing shape. It's got an aftermarket CD player and a Rockford amp underneath there, and it looks like it's got Rockford speakers in the doors. But you can see the dash is just in perfect condition. I got a gas receipt hanging out down there, but you know, the cup holders come down, no issues. No cracks or chips on top of the dash. Headliner isn't coming down like you always see. So this truck, you know, has been very well taken care of. Non-smoker, no pets, no smells. I mean, the seat, I mean, you see here, it's just in perfect shape. Back's in perfect shape. Nice carpets. I mean, you might get a little bit of darkening underneath the mats, but I mean, it's nice and gray. There's a little darkening right there. That's got a nice set of WeatherTech mats. And I got photos of the carpets with the mats lifted and everything. You can just see really nice paint throughout. You know, it's a common issue for these second gen Dodges that these won't open up for whatever reason. This doesn't have that issue, which is always nice to see. I mean, passenger door panel's perfect. It's got the original owner's manual in the glove box. You know, these V10s, I think they're rated at like 315 horsepower and like 450 foot-pounds of torque. So, I mean, that's just awesome power. I mean, the steering wheel's got some aging, but it's in really nice shape. Leather's not all pulled back. Yeah, nice dash, crystal clear gauges. There's the VIN decal. Door opens up nice and smooth. This looks really good. I mean, there's no marks at all. Pretty much all interior. It's got a little bit of wear here and some, you know, some darkening areas, you know, near the foot pad area. But and then this area, other than that, the interior is really, I mean, there's nothing to complain about. Go ahead and lift up the hood. So yeah, this V10 is pretty much, you know, got more torque than the Power Strokes Fords of this era, and more horsepower. So it's pretty impressive. So it's nice and clean in here, not tampered with, nothing aftermarket thrown at it. So, all right, got all the decals. You know, it's got limited slip rear differential, you know, disc brakes, all that stuff. So this is going at no reserve, you know, all original paint, 115,000 mile low truck. Good luck. All right, here we are in a run and drive video of our 98 Dodge 2500. Just got 115,000 original miles. Got all the lights running. You can see this is running nice and smooth, nice and quiet, no belt squeal or motor shaking. Headlights are really nice and clear. You get a little bit, one of the catalytic converters rattles a little bit sometimes. You can see it's burning nice and clear. You know, it's about 20 some degrees right now. License plate lights are working. Rear turn signal's working. Everything's looking good. So, it's got no smoking coming out of the exhaust, nothing. You know, it's got 115, 769. So we'll go ahead and get ready to go here. It's got the blower motor works really nice and quiet, no howling. Heater works great. AC blows nice and cold. You can click it over. Nice stereo. So everything works on this truck really good. All the power windows. Of course they go all the way down and everything, but power door locks. Let me get the heat going back on. Four-wheel drive works nice and easy. Right now we're in gear and the e-brake's on and we're not moving. You can see, so it works good. And they got all your speeds work. Steering column's nice and tight. Good working horn. Steering wheel's in really nice shape. No steering column issues. And everything works good on this truck. You know, the center console's in nice condition. The locks. The cup holders come down and stay in place. Little light comes on. Ashtrays never been smoked in. All your power outlets work good. You can see the lighters works good. Never been used. But if you need to plug into your cell phone or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and do this a little bit. Hopefully we get up to highway speeds here. You can see there's no cracks in the window. The headliner's not sagging down like you often get. This truck just rides really nice and tight. Steering's very tight. We'll go in here, and as soon as we get on the highway, we'll exit off and do a little bit of back roads. It's got some potholes and some uneven patches, so you can kind of see, soak up the bumps really good. It's not a rattle box. It doesn't have any cracks on the top of the dash there. It's got a Pioneer or JVC stereo. The speakers have been replaced too. You can see all those potholes there, just soaks them up nice. No rattles or anything like that. You can see none of the dash lights aren't working. The gauges are working nice. It's a little low on fuel, but it comes on about when you got a quarter tank fuel left for some reason. But it goes all the way down to E, to the red zone. It's got some heavy traffic here, but hopefully we'll get out in it. But the V10, it's got 450 foot-pounds of torque, 350 horsepower, so it's a monster, and but you can see it just drives really nice and smooth. It's got some 3rd gen 17s on it with some nice Goodyears, all equal wear, really good tread. All the brakes are in good condition. This truck doesn't have any needs. No modifications have ever been done. But we'll see. We'll let this guy kind of go by here. You can see staying the same speed, foot's not on the gas, so the cruise control works. I'm gonna go ahead and dive back here a little bit. Man, there's just some heavy traffic. It's hoping to get up to some good speeds. Go ahead and punch it here so you can see it kick down really nice. No exhaust leaks. Really nice acceleration. But yeah, there's just a really heavy traffic right now, so I'm not too sure. We're going to go ahead and exit off here. I'll take you on the back roads and some potholes and stuff like that, so you can see how it soaks it up. But no tie rod issues, no ball joints. Shifts through all the gears really nice. You can see it brakes nice and smooth. No clunking of the front end, or what will come through right through here. And you can see some patches here. There's a pothole. I mean, you know, you'll see snow on the ground and stuff. It's been pretty cold here. This truck fires up, warms up nice and quick. No issues starting warm or cold. Up here, there's some tight 90 corners, some S curves, so I'll kind of go in and out, and so you can see that, you know, steering wheel has a nice return. Tight turn. You can see it wants to return to center real good. Got another tight one to the left. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick U-turn, but I'll splice in the video and get back to that highway so we can get up to some highway speeds. So we'll catch you in just a second. Alright, we're back here, gonna jump on the highway here, hopefully the other direction. We're gonna get some speeds up, but we're gonna do a tight 90 to the left, and then it's a pretty good incline, so we're gonna hammer down on this big V10, and but these things sound awesome with like exhaust on them. Borla, Flowmaster. If you've never heard one of these V10s with exhaust, they sound incredible. Go ahead and stab it all the way here. Now we're going to be kind of about 65. It's going nice and smooth. You can see it's just rolls right along. It's really nice and smooth. It's not shaking. No issues with the front end or anything like that. We'll go ahead and turn the cruise control on. You can see the light comes on there, and then you can set it here, and you'll be pretty much stay right at that. So you cruise nice and smooth. Go ahead and you hit the brake and you can turn it off. You can manually turn it off too. But go ahead and punch down on it again. Nice upshift. So it's just got killer power, just amazing torque. Just be a killer tow rig. But man, this is one of the nicest second gens I've ever seen. It's just amazing condition. And the V10s are really hard to find. The quad cab short beds. This is only the second one I've ever had. I actually had a white one with silver on the bottom. It looked really cool, but I really like the all white with all the black trim. It looks really sharp. You know, it's an automatic hub. It's a modern truck. Shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive, so it's really easy to do. You know, you just pull down, and it'll do. You should take a little bit to kick in. You get going here. If you want to come all the way into the 4-wheel drive, you can just come to a stop, and then so you see the 4-wheel drive kicks in, and then when you turn around, it's really tight. But if you come all the way to a stop, put it neutral, put it in 4-wheel, it goes in right away, and you got to go into 4-wheel drive. It's the same way if you go back to 2-wheel. It takes a little bit to disengage just so it doesn't cause any damage. But 4-low, you got to be stopped and go into neutral. So all right, this is going at no reserve, so good luck.